So the product of powers, here's probably the toughest one on your worksheet. A to the 10th times A to the 2nd times A to the 6th. Go ahead and work that on your own. Make sure you show the step. Make sure you show the shortcut that the product of powers gives you. You'll leave room for that shortcut, and then you'll state what your answer is. Using the product of powers, what do we have here, guys?
A
To the 10 plus 2 plus 6 power.
Good. And then our resulting answer was what, Sarah?
A to 18.
A to the 18th. And that's going to be your answer for number 15.
What's the hardest one?
That's the hardest one where it's just a product of power. Where it's only a product of power taking place. Okay? Now, if we looked at the next problem, we would have our variable, or our base number, to the exponent of 3, but then it's to another power of 7. Before we jump into exactly what the answer is, and before we jump into the shortcut, what's the long cut here? What is my actual base number taking place?
3.
P to the third power. So check this out. It's P times P times P, which is actually going to happen how many times over?
7.
7. So here's one of them. The next one is just going to be the same thing again. And then we'll have another. 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 How many more do I need? Just one more.
2 more.
Hopefully I don't run out of room. Let's see how many I got. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. There's 5. Here's 6. And here's 7. Right? And we don't like the long cut. We don't like going a long route. There's an awful lot of variables going on there. But if we did this, we would be able to know that our answer and our end result is what?
P to the 21st power.
P to the 21st power. Okay? So let's identify the long cut, or the shortcut, sorry. Rather than writing all this out, we have the power of a power rule. And when we have a power to another power, it allows us to do what with our exponents?
Multiply.
Multiply them. And that's how we get the result to be P to the 21st. Any questions on power of the power? Here's an easy one. X squared to the 6th.
X squared.
Showing the work. Providing the answer. Any questions? Now, power problem. Let me examine it at this angle. If we wanted to separate the base numbers within the parentheses so that the exponent goes to each, what is my first base number within the parentheses? I heard 2.
X.
And then my next base number is what? And it's really not just x, guys,
It's everything.
but it's x to the third. Right? And now my last base number is y. And what's going to take place here, guys, is that this 6 must multiply with that exponent, and that this 6 must multiply with that exponent, and this 6 must multiply with that exponent. So let me rewrite this for you so you can see what's taking place. Base number 2 to the power of 1 times 6. Base number of x cubed, power of a power says we multiply the exponents. And the last base number, y to the first, times the power of 6. Let's get this end result. Dylan, can you say what it all is? So it's 2 to what power?
I got like
What's 1 times 6?
1 times 6 is 6.
So 2 to the 6th, x to the
9.
3 times 6 is 3 times 6 is 9, 18. And then the y is 1 times 6 again, which is 6.
48.
Can any of these simplify or reduce?
Well, yeah, you can divide it by 2.
You could take care of the 2 if you wanted. Okay? So we could have this answer. Or what is 2 to the 6th?
1 to the
Anybody know 2 to the 6th power? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2?
64.
64. Or we could write this as 64 x to the 18th, y to the 6th, and this could be our answer. Okay? Those of you that have your homework sheets in front of you, this problem is located in the part that says simplify the we need to go over the quotient of a power. So, we could have 6 to the 14th over 6 to the 8th. What the quotient of a power tells us is that if our base numbers are the same, the exponents can be subtracted. Okay? I have a base number of 6, a base number of 6. Are they the same? Sure are. So we're just going to take these exponents and we're going to subtract them. 14 minus 8 would equal 6 to the power of 6. Now let me take this same problem and let me show you the long way. Here's the long answer. Here's the one that would take a ton of time. What do I have on the top? 6 to the 14th power. That's 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. And we'll make sure we get 14 here soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. This is all being divided by how many 6s? 8. 6 times 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 6. Did I get 8?
Yep.
Sure did. Now, if I were dividing these, 6 divided by 6 would make 1. So that cancels out. 6 divided by 6 would make 1. So that cancels out. So 6 divided by 6 again makes
1.
and this happens a total of how many times?
8.
8 times. Because we're going to keep on canceling until we have all of them eliminated on the top or the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've canceled. So how many did that leave on top?
6.
To the 6th power. And what was left on bottom? Something was left. Just the number 1. Because this is a whole number, is there any real reason to write the 1? So our answer is 6 to the 6th, and that's everything. That's the long way of getting that. 4. You guys go ahead and start working. I'll help you out a little bit by highlighting your base numbers. This is a base number. This is a base number. And this is a base number.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah?
It simplifies, so you do 2 times 4. Oh, 2 power 4. 8. No.
So Garrett, what do I have left on the top?
A, and third and fourth power. Third times fourth power.
So 3 times 4 is
12.
12. Okay? Jalen,
Yes, sir.
what do I have for my base numbers on the bottom?
16. And then B to 20.
Anybody confused on where 16 came from?
Yes.
2 to the 4th power would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And all of that makes 16. So there's our end result. Thanks for listening on the screencast. Good luck on the home.